Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, Mr. President, Trump, to me, he was a friend of mine before he became the president. Okay, so, I mean, because as his president, I will turn my back on him. No, I'm not. I respect him. I respect what he does, and I believe that he's doing the best for the United States of America.
Okay, so Mariano Rivera, fresh off his Hall of Fame induction, was on Fox and Friends and asked about Donald Trump. For the record, Trump tweeted his congrats to Rivera when entering Cooperstown. For that, I say, mazel tov.
Trump, to me, he was a friend of mine before he became the president. Okay, so, I mean, because as his president, I will turn my back on him. No, I'm not. I respect him. I respect what he does, and I believe that he's doing the best for the United States of America.
Rivera says he believes Trump is doing what is best for the U.S. Where do we start with this? Donald Trump has separated families without reuniting them, puts children in cages to live, be sexually assaulted, and even die. He empowered Nazis all over the country to take off the hood and be proud to show their faces, even calling them
very fine people on both sides.
He was ordered by a court to shut down his charity because Trump used the charity's money to pay legal settlements for his private businesses, to purchase art for one of his clubs, and to make a prohibited political donation. The city Mariano Rivera represented, New York, Trump lied, gloated. His tower was now the biggest post 9/11. Then lied about being at ground zero and picking up rubble. He adores Mitch McConnell, who continuously turned his back on 9/11 first responders, though Jon Stewart finally got his last laugh. Trump hates immigrants, despises them, which Mariano Rivera is, hailing from Panama. He called African pieces of land asshole countries. Red Sox great David Ortiz would say, you don't want to go and shake hands with a guy who is treating immigrants like blank because I'm an immigrant. Imagine this. Mariano Rivera started his Yanks career at 24 years old. Imagine if he, with all his talent, had to go through the Trump channels to enter the U.S. His tune might be a little different. He probably wouldn't raise funds in 2018 for the Trump-friendly America First Action Super PAC alongside Trump Jr. and former Fox News host Kimberly Trump Jr.
And then when it comes to Israel, you know, as a Christian, if my Savior, Jesus Christ, he's a Jew.
Pause it. Guys, girls, children, gather around. Mariano has some big news. Jesus Christ was Jewish.
Wow. You're a Jewish guy, right?
What?
You're a Jewish guy.
Who told him?
All right.
He's a Jew. Okay? So how am I going to turn my back and say I won't support Israel?
Mariano, this line of thinking is unbelievably unjust and also a lie. Rivera is an evangelical, meaning he likely ascribes to the notion Jews must rule the Holy Land before Christ can return. As a Jew, I understand the atrocities happening in the Middle East. And what Rivera did here is exactly what Trump has been doing, using Jews as a political football to score points. Does Rivera not care Israeli soldiers killed at least 60 Palestinian protesters in Gaza and injured thousands more? Because I do as a Jew. Israel has long been accused of numerous human rights violations by the UN. In a March 2019 release, the UN said Israel had been exploiting the natural resources in the occupied Palestinian territory, thus violating its legal responsibilities of the area. According to the Daily Beast, Rivera has aligned with an even more openly extremist and Islamophobic Israel backer, Pastor John Hagee, who's long made it clear that his support for Israel is tied to his end-of-the-world Christian theology. So who is he? Hagee said the Holocaust was a result of divine intervention, adding that Hitler was a hunter who was needed to shepherd the Jewish people to Palestine. Hagee, a vocal critic of Catholicism, has tried to blame the Catholic Church for Hitler's anti-Semitism. Furthermore, Hagee said New Orleans had a level of sin that was offensive to God. He said, citing a gay pride parade, which took place 1 week earlier. Rivera spoke on the record saying how inspired he was when meeting and speaking with Hagee. What's amazing to me is this. Baseball is a game that brings players from all different backgrounds together for a common goal, winning. It does not matter what race, sexual orientation, etc. Yet Trump's moniker is to make America white again. His goal is division. On another note, Rivera cites his Christianity over and over and over again. Donald Trump does not invoke Christianity. 24 women have accused Trump of sexual assault. He's had multiple wives with multiple children. He's destroyed families. Yet Christians like Ainsley Earnhardt and Mariano Rivera put him on a pedestal. He is the antithesis. What Trump is doing is commandeering the American civil religion and using it to push a divisive ethno-religious nationalism that demonizes people of color and of other faiths. The values of Christianity are being tarnished, not benefited by people like Donald Trump. It's a shame Rivera, a Panamanian immigrant, puts on his blinders on state-run propaganda.